Apple has released macOS Tahoe 26.6.1, a security-focused update that became available on August 6, 2026. The update arrived roughly 10 days after macOS 26.6, making it a fast follow-up rather than a major release cycle. Apple's official release notes are brief. The company states only that the update provides security fixes for the Mac, without listing any new features, design changes, or general bug fixes. This kind of minimal documentation is typical for updates that exist specifically to close a security gap rather than to introduce user-facing changes. The main publicly documented issue in this release involves screen sharing. According to Apple, an attacker on the same network may have been able to authenticate to screen sharing without valid credentials. In other words, the vulnerability could have allowed someone without proper login information to gain access through this feature, provided they were on the same network as the affected Mac. Apple addressed the issue with improved state management within screen sharing's authentication process. This fix is tracked under the identifier CVE 2026-65400, which allows security researchers and IT professionals to reference the exact vulnerability and patch across different systems and reports. Notably, this was not an isolated fix limited to Tahoe. The same screen sharing vulnerability was also patched in two other macOS versions still receiving security support. Apple released matching fixes in macOS Sequoia 15.7.9 and macOS Sonoma 14.8.9. This indicates the underlying flaw existed across multiple versions of the operating system, and Apple treated it as significant enough to backport the fix rather than limit it to the newest release. Given the nature of the update, Apple recommends that all macOS Tahoe users install it. Since it addresses a security vulnerability with no accompanying feature changes, there's little reason to delay installation, and doing so requires no adjustment to workflow or interface familiarity. The update can be installed through System Settings, then General, then Software Update, following the same process used for any other macOS update. In short, macOS Tahoe 26.6.1 is a narrowly scoped security patch. Its primary purpose is closing an authentication weakness in screen sharing, and its parallel release across Sequoia and Sonoma suggests the vulnerability was considered serious enough to warrant a swift, coordinated response across supported versions of macOS. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.